button.
Hit go button. So all I keep hearing in my head is
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's Joker being
Yeah.
like, "And here we
We
go."
go. Or it's like when what's the word? It's like it's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
Right. Some men
Except
just
it
want
is
to watch the world burn.
yeah, 1,000%. Except it is about the money.
Except
We've
it is
talked
about
about
the
like
money.
talked about
Oh,
like
hang on,
in
hang on,
three
hang
different
on.
iterations now, but
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is the Talkie Average Fitness Podcast. My name is Sam Burns. This gun jumping son of a gun over here is Mr. Kevin McCarthy. Kevin, how are you today, sir?
oh, I'm living the dream, Sam. How are you?
Uh,
As the most caffeinated man in Cumberland County.
I'm doing pretty good. I had some. I walked into Casca Bay CrossFit this morning, and I'm getting ready. I'm getting jazzed up, and one of the members, Tom, is like, "Sam, think you need some coffee? You look a little mellow." And I'm like, "No." And I like took me half a minute to feel like I was like vibrating, and he's like,
Yeah,
making a joke about it. Um,
yeah.
but yes, I'm
You
I'm quite
you
caffeinated.
coaching this morning?
I did. I did. It
Ooh.
was what was it? 8 rounds for time, 8 hang dumbbell snatch alternating,
Hmm.
and then 8 box jump overs at 30 and 24. Short and
Oh,
spicy.
whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's speedy.
Yeah. Um,
I
that's
like
not
it.
at all what we're here to talk about today.
No, we're here for all the
Mm,
smoke. We're
mm.
diving just full bore and into the abyss.
Yeah. So breaking just an hour ago, um,
Yeah.
CrossFit HQ. And we've
Mm-hmm.
talked about this a bunch of different ways, but
HQ.
it's HQ. But it's
Yep.
been confirmed now. So the affiliate fees
Mm.
for CrossFit HQ are going up
Mm-hmm. Mm. By how
and
much, Sam?
by 50%. Yeah.
Which,
So
like, as a total number, like when because I also found out that like I also got the email. Not sure why. It might have just gone out to
because
anyone that's got an email that's like it for CrossFit.
you're LOR for the other gym, aren't you?
Am
Are
I?
are you an LOR for someone?
I don't know. I took
Are you an
myself. I took.
are you an
I'm not an
affiliate
affiliate.
manager?
No, not any. I was the affiliate manager for CrossFit Boston and maybe like
Yeah.
on their affiliate portal, but I removed myself from the portal though.
Oh, so this is it's just in a general email, CrossFit at alerts.crossfit.com.
Oh, there
Um,
we go. Okay. I was gonna
yeah.
say, I was like, I don't think I was never an LOR. I never signed that piece of paper. It was
Mm,
gonna be, but then I left One Nation before that like fully got finalized. The question was asked.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I got the email. So like when we were talking about it, I was like, I don't think I got it. I pulled up and I was like, oh look, I got it. And so as I was reading it, like the full number, like $4,500 for a year,
Yeah.
was not as bad as I thought it was going to be when you texted me this morning, just being like, "Buckle up, something might happen." Uh, um, I was in my head. I was like, "Here it comes, $10,000. Let's get some." um,
Yeah.
but still, like it's like a significant chunk in comparison because it is 50% increase, which
Yeah.
isn't a small, insignificant percentage of
Well,
that. So,
and you figure, and this is so the morning chalk up post on Instagram already had 300 comments within 10 minutes,
oh,
and
instantly.
yeah, and so there's a lot of
Yeah.
people being like, small business owners can't afford this, um, and I don't think anybody's doing the math, right?
No,
So
absolutely not.
so first of all, just so we're 100% clear, the existing affiliate fee, like I just affiliated my garage, I paid $3,000 to CrossFit to affiliate my garage. Next year, when
Yeah.
I reaffiliate, I
Yes.
will have to pay them 4,500, right?
Yes, sir.
And as a part of that, in the first year that you reaffiliate under this new fee, you get a $500 credit that you can use toward a piece of training, like a seminar or an online course or something like that, right?
Hmm.
So you, if you think of it that way, it's a net increase of $1,000, right? Now
I was
you're
gonna say
still,
because you were gonna spend the money on like your whatever course anyways. So
yeah,
because
and
guess
so
what? There's also a new requirement for owning an affiliate.
Well, and then
So
there's that
guess
too.
what, homie? $500 discount on your level 2 seminar.
Well, so there's a couple interesting little bits. So
Mm,
now, currently,
now,
the only
yes,
requirement for affiliate ownership is you have to be a level 1 credentialed trainer, right?
yes,
So you have to have a valid L1 to be
yep.
the owner and or licensee of record is what they call it. And then you put in your application for affiliation, you pay your affiliate fee, proof of insurance, and you're off and running. um, that is no longer the case. So in addition to a price increase, you have to have a valid level 2 to be
Within a
a
year of affiliating. So if you were to
within
start a
a
new affiliate, if you were like, I'm gonna get my level 1, and then
mm-hmm,
like Sunday 5 p.m. level 1 wraps up,
mm-hmm,
Monday 8 a.m. you're like, here's my affiliate.
yeah,
You have un year to get yourself a level 2 to maintain within the parameters of the thingy. That was a
yeah.
really eloquent way of saying that, but
Let's see records now. We're hard. I'm going to maintain. Hang on a second.
I'm hanging
Maintain.
on.
Okay, I can use the code. When does the code expire? Um, yeah. So here's the thing about. So I'm looking at the FAQ, right? So CrossFit has a FAQ that's available to affiliate owners, and that document. I don't know if it was linked in Don Fall's email.
There was nothing linked in his email.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
just the
there is a
generic
FAQ.
one.
There is a FAQ, and
What
it
in not in the
yeah
generic email?
yeah. Well, in my affiliate email, there's
Well, in your affiliate, I'm looking at the generic one that just went out to like, here's anybody like. So what I'm looking at, do you want me to read it?
yeah. Please.
Okay. So this came to me. It says, "Hi, Kevin." And there was at some point I did click on the like, what does it take to like open an affiliate tab? So that also might have
Ah,
chucked me in a bucket that like I don't know.
you're that
Anyways,
guy.
I'm that guy. It says, "Hi, Kevin. Thank you for your interest." Oh, there it is. Thank you for your interest in being
Yep.
part of the CrossFit affiliate community.
Yep.
Affiliates are and always will be the lifeblood of CrossFit, and we have immense gratitude for your continued commitment. We previously shared, whoops, we previously shared our goal of growing to 30 million members by 2030. To do that, we need to innovate and reinvest in the business to ensure we're attracting more people to CrossFit, driving a greater number of leads into your gyms, and protecting and preserving the brand in multiple ways. How many giggles so far? That's like at least 2 giggles.
Well, we'll circle back to some of the things that are being said here. Go ahead. Let's
Okay.
finish.
Despite inflation and higher costs, which have risen by an average of 74%, CrossFit has not raised prices for 11 years. In order to sustain a healthy business and invest in resources to achieve our goals, we need to increase our affiliation fee in the new year. Starting November 30th, 2023, which is today, the current rate of US dollar 3,000 will increase to US dollars 4,500. We did not take the idea of an increase lightly. Our decision reflects a tremendous amount of thought and research centered on understanding and serving your needs while allowing for reinvestment of fees back into the ecosystem. We remain committed to making sure that you have the support, education, and tools you need to build a strong and sustainable business while ensuring you continue to have the flexibility and freedom to run your affiliate in a way that best serves your community.
Right. So at this point, it's indistinguishable from the email that went out to the affiliates.
Okay.
So the only thing that's different is that first line where it's like, thank you for your interest. Whereas in mine, it says, thank you
Okay.
for being part of.
I don't have a link though.
That's
Do
okay.
you have like the
All the
three
way at the
points
bottom,
they're trying to get?
underneath his signature.
Uh, nope. There's like here's all your email preferences, subscription preferences, unsubscribe.
So what I
Visit
see is
CrossFit.com/newsletters.
default browser. What I see is a link that opens up into a special page that's in the affiliate toolkit that talks about affiliate pricing. So pricing updates, and then one of two. This is going to be fun. One of two town halls, virtual town halls that you can go visit.
Who's the
Which is,
moderator for that? Whoever the moderator is for that deserves a goddamn pay raise
I
and like a cookie or something.
Yeah.
But does your email have like the 3 points? Like we're gonna focus on 3 key areas
Yeah.
because
Growth,
that's what
quality, tools, and support.
made me fucking laugh was
Okay.
reading those. I'm sorry, but like that's what made me laugh was I'm reading these things. I'm like, you're using a lot of like you're using a lot of fancy, sexy language that like
Mhm.
makes people feel all giddy, but you're not actually saying anything.
Yep.
You're just using words.
This is.
Do you want to read it? Do you want me to read it? Do you want to just
I'll read through it
not
really
worry about
quickly.
it?
So,
Yeah.
expect to see us focus on 3 key areas. Number one, growth. In order to get new members through your door, we are investing heavily in technology, personnel, and marketing to help inform brand perception, storytelling campaigns, and web or mobile enhancements. These investments will help you build a strong, sustainable business. 2, quality. We are raising our standard for owners and coaches in 2024, which will translate to a better member experience. That's a fucking lie. You have no way to guarantee that.
No, yeah, that's not even, yeah. There's no way to guarantee it. There's no marked, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no,
Metric.
there we go. I was gonna say it starts with an M. Fuck. There's no
Now,
metric to which you can like measure that. Go ahead.
Now, do I think that it's important that, like, conceptually, an affiliate owner should lead from the front and they should understand, for example, the concepts of teaching, singing, and correcting as
Yes.
expressed by level 2 seminar staff? Yes,
Yes.
I agree. I don't
Yes.
disagree that it's a good idea to say, hey, we can raise a standard, but you can't guarantee that it's going to deliver a better
Yeah.
experience.
Words matter.
Yes. As a part of your renewal in 2024, you will receive a one-time $500 credit to apply toward a level 1 or level 2 certificate course, an online level 1 for yourself or a coach on your staff. Starting in 2024, all affiliate owners, existing and new, will be required to obtain a current level 2 credential. Those who need to earn the credential will have 12 months following their renewal signing to enroll in a level 2 certificate course. And finally, 3, tools and support. In today's market, we need to do more to educate, coach, and provide business support tools. We will also continue to offer and invest in CAP as a part of your affiliation fee. We will continue to expand the reach and impact of our field support, business coaching, regional summits, and other opportunities to learn and share success stories. And new for 2024, we will offer monthly payment options with no additional fees with your new contract. This is important. We'll come back to this. This flexibility will ensure you have more control over your budget and cash flow. All right. They always had monthly payments. The only difference is now everybody pays the same amount.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like I paid $3,000 up front. I could have paid $3,500 amortized over 12 months. But I was like, well, that's dumb. And so I
That seems stupid.
Well, I paid the one that was less, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's a business expense, so it's a write-off for the business. But I can see how, from like a cash flow standpoint, if you had a business that was not doing very well, like that
You're
would be a
stressed.
thing. Yeah, like that would be a
Yeah.
thing that you would be concerned about. And
Yeah.
so I understand
1,000%.
why they did that. But now it's going to be the default option. So no longer is it,
Yeah.
hey, pay your $3,000. It's we're just gonna ding you for, let me get a calculator here. Oh no,
One too many zeros.
$375 a month.
Okay. So again, like if you're doing the monthly option, and this is not to like it's kind of downplaying it. It's not like not me attempting to downplay it and be like, everyone should be fine. But like at least for gyms in Massachusetts, I'm going to speak to that because gyms across the country have different affiliate membership fees.
Yes.
For a gym in Massachusetts, 2 members a month covers that. If you're going to go the monthly option, the 375. What?
That's an oversimplification.
It is very oversimplification. Oversimplification. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So, and we could talk about ways to calculate some of these things, but so short version, if you're thinking about, I need a member to cover this, I need a member to cover that, I need a member to cover this, you could also think about it from the perspective of it costs me X to run a class, like a cost per class, right?
1,000%. Yep.
And so I need to have minimum X number of members to cover all of my overhead. And that's the hard math that a lot of affiliates are going to be doing, right? So now we get to the comments section. And
Instagram.
God bless Instagram. So
hey, I'm here for it. I want all the smoke.
So one of the things right off the bat that someone said was like, so you're telling me now it costs $6,500 to open an affiliate because it's $1,000 for your level 1, it's $1,000 for your level 2, and then 4,500. And the guy's like, before you ever buy a dumbbell.
Yeah, $6,500. Yeah, yep.
Not counting the, the time you spend as level 1 and level 2.
Right.
And it's, and then you can start to look at a whole bunch of the other things. Like a lot of the comments are things like, well, goodbye CrossFit, hello functional fitness. I guarantee you, they don't care.
No.
And here's why, right? So this is what I mean when nobody's done the math. So your fee is going to go up 50%, right?
Yep.
If I have, for easy math, let's say I had 100 gyms. Okay.
Sure.
100 gyms times 3,000 a month is $300,000, right?
Yep.
If I make it $4,500 a month, right?
It's now $450,000.
Now $450,000, right? If I didn't want to do that, right? So like I couldn't get all 100, for example, right? So 3 and 0.67, right? So let's say I have my 100 people, right? As long as greater than 2/3 of the gyms stay, I make money.
Yep.
And this is
they'll keep more than that.
33%, right? Like, and worldwide, you'd have to have greater than 33% stay. And
wait, hold on. Greater than 33% stay. So like, as long as 33% of affiliates stay, they're making money, or
rather, sorry, no, I'm sorry. They can't lose more than 33%.
I was going to say, you said that two ways. So I'm with you.
So if they have 13,000 affiliates and
they
10%,
need 8,700 affiliates to stay.
Exactly. So if they lose 1,000 affiliates right off the whack tomorrow, right today, if 1,000 affiliates opt out, they don't even blink.
Yeah, not even, no.
Because they're still making 23% revenue increase, 23% profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Then you add in, you get, what we were talking about during the quarterfinals episode, you get, instead of 2,500 people times $50, you get 8,000 people times $50.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know if you've done the math on that one, but that's a chunk of money as well.
Yeah, absolutely. More. It is. And then you got the Hiller joke about showing Greg Glassman talking about, well, people have been saying for years that I could sell X supplement and just make it a part of the package that you have to sell X supplement, and I'd be able to drastically increase the money. And the moment I did that, I'd be basically signing the death certificate for CrossFit, and then it flashes immediately to that email from.
It's like, hey, partnership with this.
Partnership with Momentous, and I don't like, as far as I know, there's nothing that is going to enforce that yet. Yeah. And I'm not here to poo-poo partnerships. Like,
nope.
If you want to sell supplements at your affiliate, do so. Like, they're a great way to add value and generate additional revenue. I will never tell you not to do that. But it is very clear, and if it hasn't been clear before now, it should be abruptly clear that the organization that is driving the bus at this point, like, it's not even the same bus.
It's
like
not.
It's not. It's not the same
Hold
bus.
On,
going to this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna read this because I told you about, like, Make WODs Great Again was on top of it, like just putting out the meme stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so it's just there. It's like it's a picture of, like, you ever see the show Pawn Stars, like in the pawn shop, and they like, no.
Oh yeah.
So and they'll be like, hey, I have this super rare thing. It should be worth $5,000, and the dude behind the desk like, best I can do is $20. Like, it's just an ongoing joke of a thing. So anyways, it goes, affiliate owners, we'd love to have better communication, an improved media/marketing strategy, and consistent leadership. CrossFit HQ. Best we can do is a price increase.
Yeah.
And so he goes through like a bunch of different memes. It's hysterical. Anyways, the caption like speaks to because the owner of the account, John Woolley, is a
Yep.
finance guy. Like he works in big banks and does like financial stuff. I forget. He put out on social media what his like actual job title is. Something to do. He works in like a chain of banks or something. Anyways, the caption was pretty spot on. It says affiliate fees are going up just in time for Christmas, so that's fun. The
Yep.
question now is who will pay and who will leave. My guess is this will cripple some really new gyms and potentially run off some that weren't completely happy as it was.
Yep.
As for me, the price is still really low barrier to entry. The question we should all be asking is, can a company that can't turn a profit on 13,000 affiliates, education, and professional sport appropriately manage this influx of revenue, or will they squander it? Changing
Yeah.
quarterfinals to 25% to raise revenue, pushing supplement sales to affiliates to raise revenue, and then raising prices are just the beginning stages of how private equity will try to monetize every aspect of this business to either make more money as they run it or drive the valuation up for a future sale.
Yeah.
If you then it goes also, if you understand the reference in the second slide, you're old and should probably do more mobility.
There is that too.
But
I think that, yeah, I mean, they're dead on. They're dead on
yeah,
with this.
it's. I mean, we had talked about this in a like that. That's what a venture capital firm does. They come in, they buy a business that they think has an upside, or they see an upside to. They get it to that upside, and
Yeah.
then they sell it for a profit to
Yep.
whoever's next.
Yep.
And like with how many things are coming out from HQ of like, we're bumping up this, we're doing this. 3 or 4 like mid to major moves to drive up revenue like crazy, because if you don't know, which most coaches might not, affiliate owners might not, if you don't have like connections within HQ's not living it. They're not swimming in it. They've been hemorrhaging some money in the recent times.
Yeah. And
so like for this venture capital firm to drive up, like they need to be making money and in the green for, I would imagine, at least a consistent period of time for the valuation of the company to go up.
Yep.
And so they're trying to do everything they can to minimize cost, meaning like how many C-suite people have left in the past, like been gone and not replaced, like at least 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That have gone in the past, would you say 18 months, maybe? Like kind of relative trickle.
So some of them are leaving. Some of them have been for it. Like Gary Gaines is out because he was put in and couldn't move the needle in the way that they wanted to. And then Austin now stepped up and it's not happening. So now they got Jay. One of the other comments was, oh, so Jay needs a level 1 and a level 2 now? But it ain't gonna happen, you know?
No, it ain't gonna happen. I'm sure he's begrudgingly getting his level 1. You know,
I want to be at that level 1.
Where is he taking it? Can I?
Can we make that public knowledge? Like they will sell the shit out of that level 1.
So here's the thing, right? New business idea. Get me on the line with CrossFit. Hey, yo, bitch, here's the deal. What you're gonna do, wherever Jay DeCoons is doing his level 1, you're gonna live stream that shit, and you're gonna charge like a viewership fee.
Dude, pay-per-view for that?
Dude, are you kidding me? $60 to watch an 8-hour stream of whatever happens in that seminar.
I want to watch. I will pay $60 an hour to watch Denise Thomas smoke the shit out of Jay DeCoons in an overhead squat.
Oh my god. But here's the deal though, right? So like it's $60 pay-per-view to like watch that live stream, but like we as the collective get to pick the staff.
Okay. You get to pick 3 staff members. Who are you assigning?
I have my 3 heads. Like
go ahead.
with the goal of like just literally ruining his day, like just wrecking his shit off.
Like take that little ChatGPT robot of a face.
Oh, phenomenal!
And break him.
Awesome. You ready for this?
I am.
Heavy hitters: Denise Thomas.
Austin
Malleolo.
Okay.
And Greg Martino.
Greg Martino. Yes.
Those
The
my three
only
heavy hitters to fucking ruin his day.
I love Austin. He doesn't do them anymore, but I'd love to see Tosh come in too. And
Oh, I
and
didn't
like,
realize he was an option. Is he
well,
still on
I
staff?
don't think he's on staff anymore.
Okay, well
He
then
was
I don't feel
on
as bad
staff
then
for
for not
sure.
picking Tosh. He was,
And
yes.
I'll never forget watching the videos. God, years ago now. All those athletes up at Mayhem.
Oh yes, he just ruined them because they left Dan behind, and he was like, "Guess what? All you fuckers
You
get
got to
to
go
dive
back.
in a you got to dive in a 30-degree water, come
I
back, and you're
know.
gonna do a plank for 10 minutes, and if anyone fucking wavers, the time stops, and then you can go."
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, if you haven't seen this, go find it. It's on the CrossFit YouTube. He
It's
basically opens. He's
yeah,
like, "We're gonna play a game called Fuck You Up."
yeah. It was on it was the Road to the Games episode in
Yes.
2017. It was called Camp Cookville or something like that.
Yes. And
And
also
so
in that
yeah,
little hidden gem is you
yeah.
learn how to cook a pound of bacon at one time.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Chris
Chris Hinshaw.
Hinshaw. Chris
Yes.
Hinshaw dropping knowledge bombs about more than just running, baby.
Yes. Cook a
What can't
bacon.
this man do? I
I
just
know. I know.
I'd love to meet him. I got to do one of his courses or something because I feel like he's a dude that's like, this is how serious running is, and we're gonna get really good at this one thing.
Yeah.
But also you wouldn't mind sitting down having a coffee with him, just hanging out. He just
Yeah.
seems like such a great dude. But then as soon as it's time to rock, he's like, I'll crush you.
Yeah. Grego Martino.
Fantastic.
Greg
Oh,
Martino.
well, so
being like,
I want
I want Greg to coach his level
I
two.
I want Greg to I want Greg in both of those.
Yeah.
So here's again, camera angle is you get a split screen, right? You get
Yes.
one camera pointed at Greg's face where he gets the crazy Greg eyes where he's really getting into it, right? And then just another camera angle at Jay's face as he shits himself.
Yeah. So obviously we're
Better than that is Jay taking his level 2,
yeah.
doing that he's coaching the group,
Oh God.
and Greg is his evaluator, and he's just
So Jay, here's the deal. I need you to not do what you just did ever again, right? And that's
Yeah.
where we'll start.
Yeah. So exactly what you just did. Don't do that ever again.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You know, so I mean, stepping back, you can say a bunch of jokes and
Yeah.
but
Poke
stuff like
fun at
that.
it and whatnot.
Yeah,
What it does bring into question, the joke of does Jay DeCoons have to get a level 2? It's okay, CrossFit is requiring people to have a certain credential to open a gym, own a gym, run a gym, however you want to phrase that. Should it then also be fair to be if you want to work for HQ, you have to also have X credential, whatever that is. But I don't think there's a requirement to have X credential to work for HQ.
Okay,
I
so
could be incredibly wrong, but
of course there isn't, and that's why if you remember maybe a year and a half ago or so, it was after Greg left and Eric came on, they stopped calling it HQ and they called it home office, right?
Yep.
And they moved it to Boulder, and there was a bunch of backlash from the community, and finally they were like, these people don't understand what's going on, and so they brought a bunch of flows out, and they ran the whole office staff through a level 1. And I will never forget the post. Denise was in the post. I don't know if she made the post, but it was someone from the training department who put this post out, and at the bottom of it was hashtag it's not home office, hashtag it's always been HQ.
Yeah,
and so
always HQ or something like that. Never home office.
There's a division. This is not just a big deal for affiliate owners. This is a big deal for staff. There are a huge number of people who've been doing this for Barber is a great example. Barber has been on staff now for 15 years, almost 20 years. He's been doing CrossFit.
Yeah.
And some of these things, you're going to have some of these people who are just going to opt out. I would not be surprised if in the next year we saw some major departures at a high level in CrossFit. People who
Like
live, eat, breathe,
working
and
for CrossFit or
yeah,
like affiliates?
working for CrossFit. People who live, eat,
Mm.
breathe, and shit CrossFit, they're just going to opt out. And the message that it's going to send is, this
The
isn't
people
CrossFit
that
anymore.
the people yeah, exactly. The people that are CrossFit have been CrossFit are no longer a part of it, then it's like, I mean, and this is not to like, I guess this isn't taking a shot, but I know that like Nicole Carroll has been in and out of the picture as things have changed. She's like, something happens that she doesn't agree with, and she's like, that's not how we roll.
Yeah.
She leaves,
Mhm.
or like I'll say like quote unquote leaves. She leaves, and then something else changes. They bring her back into the fold. She's
Mhm.
like, cool, we'll try and make it work. They
Yep.
try and make it work. Something else changes. Like, nope, not having it. Out she like, and that's happened a couple times over the past
Yep.
couple years as things have been shifting and changing. And like, I mean, not many people like more than Nicole Carroll that like, if we're talking about like people that influence the community and like eat shit and breathe CrossFit, I mean, only other person maybe was like Dave, but like that just
Yeah.
when do they like at what point do they fire and then rehire Dave again? You know?
Well, they fired him and hired him back 3 months later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I'll never forget sitting on I was on a funny story. I was talking with a mutual friend of ours who
Mm,
will remain nameless, and
that's less fun.
it is less fun, but it's important. Um,
Okay.
and I was talking about how the affiliate that I own is actually the second affiliate that I've owned, technically,
Mm,
in a very,
yeah.
very technical standpoint, because for a very small window of time, I was the licensee
Yeah.
of record for CrossFit Boston.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so when James opted, when James got off, like
Yeah.
we needed a person, and I knew the
Hmm.
owner, and so I said, sure, like until you square away someone else, I will take over as the LOR because I had a valid
Yep.
credential.
Hmm.
CrossFit Boston's been around a long damn time. It's like 17 years has been an
Longer.
affiliate.
Almost 1905.
Well, I was 17 at the time, um,
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
and and so I got an email, and the email was like, "Hey, Dave Castro is setting up individual meetings with longtime affiliate owners, and as the licensee of record for CrossFit Boston, you're invited." And so I got to sit on a call with Dave Castro,
I was
and
like, wow, what a
yeah,
time to be alive.
dude, just like just
Clear
so
my
so
fucking schedule.
so excited. Um, but
Meetings where? Never heard of it.
he gave no F's in that meeting. He's like,
I believe it.
and he straight up said, he's like, listen, they fired me and then they hired me back and then he was out. Do the math. Like,
Yeah.
very clearly, Rose's death knell was abruptly firing Castro. And so, like, that says something about the perception of the value of some of these people in high level positions. Um, I think that the more we get Jays coming in, the less that's going to matter. And we're going to end up in a position where some of those high level people are just going to opt out. And they're still going to want to work in the affiliate space. They're just not going to do it working for HQ.
I'm not going to do it for CrossFit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fully convinced, before they hired Dave back like
Yeah.
3 months later when they were
Yeah.
like, Dave Castro's no longer working. He's no longer like the director of the games.
Yeah.
And they had fired Dave, and this was prior to them announcing Boz. And I know that also
Mm,
got like mixed reviews and whatever.
for sure.
And there were definitely like some people in the CrossFit space that at that time, especially if you were someone new, they were like, who's Boz?
Right.
And so anyways, in my head, because like the Rogue Invitational has been like just on the meteoric rise of like what they can offer for prize packages and like putting on a great competition and like, I mean, it's Rogue.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what's going to happen is they're just going to make the Rogue games and Dave's going to run it because he's got a good relationship with them. And they're just going to take over the fucking world because everyone's going to be like, well, the CrossFit games hasn't paid me yet from the 2018 games. That's
Yeah.
an exaggeration, just so we're clear. I'm exaggerating, but they haven't been paid from this year's game. So there's
That's true.
that.
That's true.
That is true. But it's like, Rogue can pay me. There's higher, how do I say it? Like the
Purse.
price, the price breaks are
Yeah.
smaller. Like it's smaller. It's not like 250,000 for the winner, and then like fifth place gets $5,000. It's like
Right.
a significant chunk of money the way down for like
Yep.
all 20 athletes make a
Right.
decent chunk, and then you get like bonuses for winning events and such and such. And it's like Rogue can actually pay me. They do the fucking thing, and then like, especially if Dave had hopped on immediately,
Yep.
like, and they have Dave, let's get some.
Mm,
Like I could
yep.
have seen that. I could have seen that being like, well, guess what? The CrossFit Games don't exist anymore because now it's the Rogue Games.
Yep.
So which would have been interesting, but then Dave came back in like 2 seconds. So
Well,
that was quite the whatever, because it was like Dave was like director of the games, and then he was the CEO for 5 minutes, then
yep.
back to director of the games, then
Yep.
fired, then back to what's his role now, because Boz is the director of the games.
Boz is the director.
Dave is the director of sports.
Is it?
Right? He's what Berg used to be. He's Justin, right? And he took Justin's job.
I think so. Yeah, he did.
I think. I don't know what the official title is.
I
He's
don't.
whatever. He's what Justin Berg used to be.
I'm looking at his general manager of sport and education is his title.
So they took two jobs and merged it into one, because Dave was like head of CrossFit training at one point, as well as director of the games.
Right.
So if you're the general managing vice president, CEO of games programming as well as training and sport,
Yeah.
just Dave. Dave just does Dave things. I don't,
Dave's Daving it up.
just doing what Dave does.
Well, and yeah. So I think that. So if you're a CrossFitter and you're listening to this, right? You should not be surprised if your affiliate owner and or your coaches are fired up about something. Yeah, stressed, fired up, angry. Like, and especially smaller boxes, like you might. Yeah, and I have a hard time with this, and so like I'm gonna go on a small rant right here. Like,
go ahead.
I'll never forget Greg sitting down with Chris Cooper from Two Brain, and it's like a 90-minute or 2-hour long form uninterrupted interview that Greg did with Chris Cooper from Two Brain, and he basically was like, we had a whole problem with the Marine Corps at one time where they were doing CrossFit and they were following the methodology, but they didn't want to call it CrossFit. And supposedly, according to Greg, and I trust him to be honest, but also to slightly inflate things, because that seems like the kind of personality he is. I don't know. Haven't met the guy, haven't had the pleasure. But he's like, they said to us, it's because we can't associate something with a single brand. And his comment back was like, that's horseshit. You wear sunglasses, they have a brand. You wear boots, they have a brand. Your weapons have a brand. Like, and his whole thing was, if I tell a joke, I'm going to tell you who told me the joke, because attribution is important. And he's had affiliate owners who affiliate, and in their essay, they write, I've been doing CrossFit for 10 years. I train my clients doing CrossFit, and every time I train them and they do 21, 15, 9 thrusters and burpees or whatever, they come to me and they say, isn't this CrossFit? And I feel like a shithead. And so now I'm paying you $3,000 so I don't have to feel guilty anymore. Right. And he's like, on a certain level, I get that, because you understand the value of attribution.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have a significant, like, that's going to be a more complicated issue now, because you're going to have some people, some business owners who are going to be priced out of that. And there's going to be a serious case to be made for lack of an ability to support IP trademark, like IP intellectual property protection. Pilates is a great example. Pilates was a brand. It was a registered trademark. But because the company that owned it did not aggressively pursue the violation of the trademark, it lost the ability. Like, the government came and said, listen, you didn't fight people who abused or used the name Pilates without paying you. And so now the market became saturated and you can't claim that it's a trademark anymore. It's now a
Mhm.
commonly used term.
Yep.
The same thing, one of my favorite instances is the word dumpster, like for like a trash receptacle.
Yeah.
If dumpster is written in print, it's with a capital D because it's a trademark name,
Yep.
right? Well, CrossFit, if it's not aggressively protected, could become the same thing. And so no more
Yep.
capital C, capital F, right?
Yep.
And Greg has given away the methodology for 20 years now, 20 plus years. And there's going to be some of these gyms, they're going to do 21, 15, 9 thrusters and pull ups, and they're not going to be,
Yeah.
they're not going to afford to call themselves CrossFit
Yeah.
anymore. And they're still going to do the thing.
Yeah. They'll just be another functional fitness gym.
I mean,
We
I
do
know
functional fitness.
I had a chit chat with a young coach who was approached by their affiliate owner. And the affiliate owner is like, listen, I got a small gym. I have another job. I don't have the time to dump into this gym. It's a passion project. The gym's got 60 members, right? Like,
Hmm.
and this is in Massachusetts, so it almost doesn't matter where in Massachusetts. Like,
Yeah.
not a lot of revenue coming in,
No.
and now to have a 50% increase, like that's $375 per month going out
Yep.
the door. Like that's 2 members, and
Yep.
for a gym that has 60 people, if they have an 8% churn,
Hmm.
like that's your affiliate fee. Like you're in the red now.
Yep.
So we're definitely, I think John Woolley's right. We're gonna see a bunch of gyms that
Yeah.
are priced out, a bunch of smaller
Yeah.
organizations that are priced out.
Yeah. And I think, a couple things, and he mentioned it was that like you're gonna have some smaller gyms, some newer gyms that kind of get priced out and like either have to close their doors or they keep offering services, but just not as CrossFit.
Yeah.
But then also maybe some larger gyms that are very successful that just decide like they weren't getting what they perceived as value from the affiliation fee prior
Yeah.
to this increase. And now
Yeah.
there's an increase. And again, not like an outwardly like, again, we read the email where it's like, we're going to do this, this, and this, and like the 3 focus points where they just said a lot of words that don't mean anything.
Or we don't know what they mean by them.
Well, right. But if the patterns all follow,
Yeah.
but it's like you might have some gyms that are like long-standing affiliates. They're like, you know what? I've been doing the affiliate thing and we're doing well. We have a set community that
Yeah.
like they're not gonna break apart whether we have CrossFit over the door or not.
Yep.
We're just gonna not pay our affiliate fee and we're just gonna be done.
Yeah.
So
And none of this is new. Unfortunately, the same thing happened a couple years back when Greg spouted off on Twitter, and there's a whole bunch of people who, like my affiliate, they were like, we don't know what to do about this. And we had some people who were fucking pissed.
we had some people.
There had some
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people that were very upset, at which I fully understand. Like,
Sure.
and that was Greg's bed. He made it, and he had to go lie in it.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I also think that like what a bunch of people maybe don't realize is there were a lot of gyms that, I mean, you had CrossFit Games athletes being like, I'm not competing in CrossFit if Greg's still involved. There were a lot of affiliates that were like, we're de-affiliating
Austin and
from
One
CrossFit.
Nation.
We're de-affiliating from CrossFit. And what happened was they changed their Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Because like you were still in your affiliate contract for the year. It's like, okay, like as it stands, we're not going to re-up.
Yeah.
But I know that like for us at CrossFit Boston, this is like some full transparency. Like the affiliate fee happened like in whatever month. It was literally like 2 months ago, like 2 months prior to Greg saying his stuff is when the affiliate fee like re-upped. So it's like all the things go out of like, hey, we're de-affiliating from CrossFit. I'm like, in 10 months when that runs out. So, but you change your Instagram handle and it, do what you can, but it's like no one really de-affiliated. during that time, unless that happened and like your affiliate fee was up the next month and you were like, you know what, we're actually not going to do it.
There were a handful, and so there was a process. It's a whole thing. You had to like write in, and you had to have a meeting with them and be like, listen, we want out of the contract.
Yeah.
So some people did go that far.
Okay.
I have no idea.
How many of them came back?
I don't know. I don't know that those numbers have ever been made public.
Okay, that could be an interesting number, but they're just thinking.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, final thoughts on this. Let's put a bow on it. We're 45 minutes.
Final thoughts on this. Regardless of how much, because like this news just came out today.
Yep.
At, like I said, just like an hour or two ago at this point.
Just before this podcast.
Yeah, literally just before this podcast. Which is good because we didn't have a topic up until this email came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Current events.
And so, even if like, you know, a week, a month, whatever down the road, like people start to start crunching some numbers, figuring out what happened, even if nothing's really gonna change a whole lot.
Yeah.
Go buy your affiliate owner a coffee. Like,
yeah.
I'm just and be like, hey, bro, miga, I'm here for you. Like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff's hard, decisions, life, all that. Because it can be just like a slap in the face. Again, even if like a month from now, a week from now, it's not a big deal. Right now, when you get that email, if you go on Instagram and you read through the morning chalk up comments, like, get yourself at least 3 bags of popcorn.
Yeah.
So, because people aren't happy, and it's a knee jerk reaction, and which I understand, because like to me, I'm like, you know, like it doesn't directly affect me because I don't currently own an affiliate, but it affects my work and my place of work and my friends and Sam's garage and, you know, all those things. Like, it affects that. So it indirectly affects me, but it's like the knee-jerk reaction is like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
You know, which I get and I fully get. So at the very least, you know, get your affiliate owner a coffee, give them a hug, tell them you love them. Maybe don't rub chalk on the floor or complain about the warm up.
Don't do that.
You know,
don't
do that.
I think you know, so if nothing else, remember that your affiliate owner is a small business owner, and like small business ownership is hard, and it doesn't matter what you do. It's hard. There's a reason that in whatever it is, you know, 75% fail in 3 to 5 years. Like, it's just plain hard. So if your affiliate's been open longer than that, go thank your affiliate owner. If your affiliate owner has not been open that long, they're still growing, trying to get their footing, like, go buy them a coffee and let them know you care. Let them know that you might not empathize, but you sympathize. And and it's going to get different. And I've been told it's going to get more different too. So, like, this is probably...
Oh, I'm not shocked.
Yeah, this is
the third time we've talked about this, so it's, you know...
well, and, you know, like, they changed the game setup, they changed the percentage of people who are going to quarterfinals. Like, this is not the last thing we're going to hear. So, everybody stay tuned as it all comes out and as it gets made public. Like, some stuff we know we can't talk about. Like, as stuff is made public, we'll discuss it, of course, because it affects us. But if you enjoyed this, please share this with someone else. Oh, we just had a Spotify Wrapped, by the way.
Did we?
Yeah, we had a Spotify Wrapped. We had, like, there are 50 people, or tens of people, for whom we are a top 10 listen podcast. And so...
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I know. I was absolutely shocked. My wife made sure. She's like, "Did you do a Spotify Wrapped?" I'm like, "Why? We're not big enough for that." Well, it turns out every podcast...
is it top 10? Oh, every podcast gets a Spotify Wrapped.
Because they just crunch the data and they make a presentation. And so, like, but there are 50 of you for whom we are in your top 10 percentage of podcasts. Also, we recorded 4.3 thousand minutes of podcast. So we talk a lot.
A lot of minutes.
There's a lot of minutes. and like especially compared to some other podcasts I was looking at, I was like, wow, we smoked the shit out of them. So
Yeah, well,
if nothing else, we like the sound of our own voice.
yeah.
So as it's the end of the year and the Spotify wrap came out, if you listened to us, thank you. If you thought it was entertaining, please go share this with someone else. We hope it's valuable. Kevin, I will talk to you next week, sir, and we'll see what the hell comes out of this, and everybody else. Take care. Love your affiliate owner, and we will talk to you later.